Dear students, in this video we will deal with the topic, just an introduction of the topic equilibrium of class 11th. As you all know that in a chemical reaction, reactants are always written on the left hand side and some products are formed on the right hand side. Okay, the contents which are written on the left hand side are called reactants and which are written on the right hand side are called as products. So in every reaction there is conversion of reactants into products under a given set of conditions. Some conditions are there under which this reaction takes place. Conditions may be some temperature, pressure, catalyst, promoter, and we expect that this reaction will undergo completion. We always obviously expect that this reaction will complete itself and is feasible. If not completed, it will almost be complete. But however, there are large number of reactions which undergo completion, but there are some reactions which do not complete itself, especially those which are carried out in a closed vessel. Suppose this is a closed vessel. Here I am taking, okay, and in this the heating of water is being carried out. Okay, so if you heat this water, the water will convert into water vapors, that is from liquid to gaseous state, and when the concentration of this water vapor or when the atmosphere inside it will be saturated, it will recondense back into the liquid form. It will again condense on the cooler parts and it will again convert into the liquid form. So some reactions are there which do not undergo completion. It means that the reactants are not completely converted into products and the reaction mixture will contain both the reactants and the products. So as this reaction will proceed, the products formed, that is, suppose here the water vapor is formed, it will change back into the liquid form of the water. That is, water will also convert into vapor and simultaneously vapor will also convert into liquid. So the two processes, that is conversion of water into water vapor and water vapor vice versa into water, occur simultaneously, and a stage will be reached when the concentration of all the reactants and products in this reaction will become constant. Now this stage is called as the state of equilibrium or state of chemical equilibrium. Now this we can usually represent it by a double-headed arrow like this, reversible sign. We use it to denote the state of equilibrium or state of chemical equilibrium. Now we can take, for example, hydrogen and iodine. Both these are gases and this is also a gas. This is in equilibrium with hydroiodic acid, 2HI. And here we are taking it in the form of hydrogen iodide, that is gas in the form of gas, because gas combine to give you the gas. When this is dissolved in water, it will give you the acid. So this on heating at 717 Kelvin will give you HI gas. Now the two processes, this reversible sign shows that the two processes, that is conversion of reactants into products and vice versa, that is conversion of products into reactants, are in a state of equilibrium with each other. That is, hydrogen iodine will combine to give you HI and HI will in turn break down into hydrogen and iodine gases. Similarly, one more example we can take. This is involving in chemical processes. PCl5 phosphorus pentachloride solid, this will convert into phosphorus trichloride, that is solid, and chlorine gas. This is again, both the processes are in equilibrium with each other. So these are some of the chemical processes which involve equilibrium. This equilibrium not only implies in the chemical process but also in the physical processes. Like as previously I have taken one example here, this is a physical process involving equilibrium. These are the chemical processes involving equilibrium. There are several other chemical processes which involve equilibrium, which we will discuss further. Physical process, very simple. We can take ice, solid. If you convert it into the water, that is liquid, into at 273 K, this is a equilibrium process. conversion of ice into water, and vice versa from water into ice at 0 degrees Celsius. That is the equilibrium process. Similarly, water, liquid, if at temperature 373 K is in equilibrium with water at gas. When you heat water, it will convert into gas, and vice versa, it will condense back into the liquid form. So both the processes are physical processes which are in state of equilibrium. Both the processes involve equilibrium. So the study of equilibrium, what does it help us to know? It helps us to know how far will a chemical reaction proceed, how far this reaction will proceed, and whether it will undergo completion or not. So that we can determine with the help of equilibrium. So this is about the brief introduction about the equilibrium. In the next video, we will deal with the dynamic nature of the equilibrium, or you can say the equilibrium in the various physical processes like solid liquid equilibrium, solid vapor equilibrium, liquid vapor equilibrium, and so on.